Welcome to Out of Bounds, presented by Ghostline Entertainment. We are at Danny South Restaurant, 4300 Abbott Road, here in Orchard Park, right across from Ralph Wilson Stadium, home to the Buffalo Bills, victorious over the hated Miami Dolphins, 41-14 on Sunday down in South Florida. I'm Sal Capaccio, and of course, welcoming in the co-host of the show, our player host, each and every week, linebacker AJ Tarpley. Thank you very much for coming out, AJ.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, man. That's a beatdown, and that's good. You don't know yet. You're a rookie. What it's like to beat Miami in this town, but you could. I mean, you don't want to lose every game, but if you just beat Miami twice a year, there'd be some people just be happy about that. To be honest, that's how much we hate them here in Buffalo. I'm going to let you introduce our very special guest, a man that scored a touchdown this past weekend.
Oh yeah, with me today is our middle linebacker, Preston Brown from Louisville.
Preston Brown, thank you very much. Thanks for coming, man. We've been trying to get Preston on the show for a year or so here now, and we finally picked the right week because he had a heck of a football game, man. Congratulations. Your first touchdown on this, at least as a pro, I know, but when was the last time you actually scored a touchdown in competitive football?
Back in college on senior day. Picked up a fumble. Yeah, so I scored. It was a while ago now.
Very cool. Well, two interceptions for you, including a touchdown. We'll get into both of those, but AJ, did you really expect to? I mean, of course, you expect to win every game. You expect to, go out there and execute. But did you really expect something like this to go to halftime up already, 24, 27, nothing, whatever it was, and then 41-14? Just kind of walk us through what that was like for you guys.
I wouldn't say I expect, anything except for the best effort out of these guys on the team. As a backup and a special teamer, I want to be ready for anything. So, whether we're up by a lot and I get a chance to go in or just contribute on special teams, I want to be ready for it. But definitely coming into the game, you could tell everybody was fired up and just ready to play their best.
And, of course, it started off with 5 straight passes. Offensive coordinator Greg Roman calls for Tyrod Taylor. Perfect play calls, getting out on the perimeter, using his arm, using his legs. What's it like watching that offense go to work?
It's fun. When you see these guys, the skill players, the running backs, the offensive line, the quarterback, when you see them get in rhythm and get rolling, they can do a lot, and they can score a lot of points, and they can score very quickly. So we see it in practice, going up against them. It's very tough to defend them, but when they go out there and execute on game day, it's awesome.
7-0 early on, Preston. Charles Clay with the touchdown. You guys go out there, a 3-and-out. What does that do? A touchdown by the offense, then a 3-and-out to set the tone for the rest of the afternoon.
It was just great team effort overall. I mean, you want to work in unison. So offense go out there and score. You come back with 3-and-out. Then you get then they get a punt, so you get the offense back in good field position. And they'll do something great with it. So it was great to see.
Do you guys feed off each other in that situation? Like, hey, man, they did their job. You kind of the expectations and the level raises a little bit to kind of make sure that you're all doing the same kind of domination out there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're all natural competitors, so we're competing against the offense. We want to do as good or better as they're doing. So we're going back at it, trying to see who can do the best throughout the game. So it was good to see that happen.
And then, of course, you guys do a heck of a job on defense. What was the week like leading up to this game after what happened against New England? There was a thought here in this town that it would be tough to get over that loss and it would linger, but man, you guys really put it behind you. What was that week like getting over that loss, and how were you guys able to do that so well and so quickly?
Sunday couldn't come fast enough. I mean, we were anxious. We were all ready to get back out there and show we were a better defense than what we put out in that field and a better team. So we worked at it hard. I mean, we had a great week of practice, film study. Everybody was ready to go. So it was great to see you guys get a win. Ryan
Tannehill's a really strong, big guy. You guys had to have a game plan to make sure he likes to extend plays. He did a pretty good job. But just kind of talk about him and how good he is and able to contain him, AJ, because he's not the player you guys made him. I mean, he's a lot better than what he showed on Sunday.
Yeah, when you have the talent that we have on defense, starting with guys like Preston Brown right next to me, you can get after quarterbacks. And, once we can stop the run and force them to be one-dimensional, I think that's when these guys particularly just kind of tee off. And they feed off that energy, just like you said, off the offense, and just it's a combined effort.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. We're going to come back. We're going to learn a little bit more about our guest, Preston Brown. We'll talk about his 2 interceptions, including the big 43-yard interception return for a touchdown. We got AJ Tarpley and Preston Brown here with us at Danny's. It's Out of Bounds, and we'll be back after this timeout.
Out of Bounds is brought to you by Diamond Cutters of Western New York. Buy where the pros buy. Buy direct from the Diamond Cutter. Excura Salon and Spa, the finest in traditional and modern techniques. Savor the experience. Bova Family Chiropractic, 1953 Ridge Road in Waseneca. Feel the healing hands. Stumps Gymnastics Center, 2187 Worley Drive in Williamsville. And by Flixtures on the web at www.etsy.com/shop/fixtures. By Buffalo Battleground Airsoft Arena and Store, providing birthday parties, walk-on play, and gaming 5 days a week. And by Wall Performing Arts Studios, Dance, act, sing, learn from the best.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds, presented by Ghostline Entertainment. We're at Danny South Restaurant, home to the world-famous chicken wing soup. I know you've tried it a couple of times. It's pretty good, right? We got to get Preston on this. He's going to have some of that tonight, so we'll do that. We want to thank very much Meridia FCU. If your bills make you want to shout, it's time to go beyond your bank and make the move to your hometown credit union, Meridia. We also want to thank Diamond Cutters of Western New York and Excuria Salon and Spa. They've been with us for a while here as well on Out of Bounds. All right, we're talking about the 41-14 victory over the Miami Dolphins. And AJ, I got to ask you, what was it like on the field, the humidity for you guys playing? I mean, it was a little tough for me on the sidelines, and I'm not wearing all that equipment to start the game. Got better as it went on, but what was it like for you?
It was a little bit tough at the beginning. You know, you're out there for warm-ups, and especially me being from college, being from the West Coast, I never experienced, the southern humidity. So it was tough to get accustomed to early, but it seemed like it kind of cooled off as the game went on.
Well, I'll tell you what, AJ, you have a good selling point to bring guests on this program, because all you got to do is tell them if you want to score a touchdown, come on Out of Bounds with AJ Tarpley, because we had Carlos Williams last week. You get Preston Brown this week. Both find the end zone. And how ironic is this? I got to tell everybody this. Ready? How ironic is this? Preston Brown, the first interception TD by a Bills player since our last co-host, Denoris Searcy, did it. Denoris was the host last year. He had one, and now you get one, so there you go. So that's very ironic. Let's walk through the two interceptions that you had. The first one came on a deflection. Tell us about the play.
Well, I was dropping back over the running back, and I just seen Tannehill look that way, throw to Landry, and Landry kind of just passed the ball to me, really. I mean, he just kind of hot-pocketed to me, so I just took it, and then Nigel tackled me, and I tried to get back up. I would have had 2 touchdowns, but I'll take that one.
You guys had a lot of friendly fire going on in this game. Bakari ran into Darby twice, and then you had that one there. But, hey, you know what? As long as everyone winds up safe in the end, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
All right, so then the second interception, this one I think kind of sealed the game, put the nail in the coffin for you guys. They were trying to come back late. They were down 17-0, but this interception makes it 24, and you guys go to the locker room with that big lead. Tell us about that play. It was a great safety call, a safety blitz call, it looked like, from Dennis Thurman with Bakari coming up the middle.
Yeah, it was just an all-out blitz. Great show by Bakari. He didn't show it often, so he came from depth, hit the hole. I mean, it was wide open. Then he had a great hit on quarterback. And Tannehill, again, just kind of gave it to me. I mean, they all just kind of threw it at me. So
no, don't sell yourself short. That was a great athletic play. He reached back on that.
Yeah.
You're a pretty good athlete to do it. What was it like? What you were watching the game? Yeah, watching it. Spin move. There you go. What was it like watching that on the sidelines for you?
It was fun. Anytime you see guys that you look up to, make plays like that, it's always fun. And then also, after he did return that, long touchdown return, all his juices are flowing and whatnot. I got a chance to go in afterwards, so it was kind of a double bonus for me.
Very, very cool. And let's talk about you running into the end zone and doing a little celebration about 5 yards before you get there. Did you know you were in the clear? Were you looking up the board?
I didn't look at the board. I was looking back the whole way, and I saw it was a little slower guys trying to chase me, so I knew I was going to make it.
Did you have a touchdown dance planned or anything like that? You kind of just did your thing. You just went in there and you acted like you've been there before.
I mean, I've scored numerous touchdowns.
Oh, that's what it is.
In my life. But, I mean, I had dances ready to go, and I got there and just froze. And I was like, that was it. I just got to get me out of here.
Tell us the story you were just telling me before the show started. Your old college coach, Charlie Strong. Mm-hmm. What did he say? You're slow or something? He gave you a call?
Yeah, he called me earlier today. He just said, you look really slow on TV, and you almost got called. He always gives me a hard time.
But you know what? For him reaching out to you to call you means how proud he is of you, man. That's really cool. Do you maintain a good relationship with Charlie? I know he's at Texas now and you went to Louisville.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love those guys at Texas. I always talk to him. It's good to hear from them. Just trying to get better, trying to get some wins out there now.
AJ, your college team had another big win this weekend. How much you following the Stanford Cardinals these days?
I'm following them a lot. Those are my guys out there. A lot of good friends still on the team, and it's fun to see them out there. They lost the first one to Northwestern. I think a lot of people, wrote them off right away, but I've had a little bit of fun trash talking in the locker room. Robert Woods and OOB, we got them last week, so yeah, it's been fun to watch. You know who likes to trash talk this guy to me with Louisville over Syracuse? That's what he likes to do. He's wearing his All Hail U of L shirt. He's a very proud Louisville Cardinal, and we'll talk about your journey to Louisville when we come back. I want to talk about you growing up in the Cincinnati area, why you chose Louisville, and your journey to the NFL. We'll do that with Preston Brown and AJ Tarpley. When we come back, we got a lot more to get to here on Out of Bounds.
You see a big difference from last year's team to this year, the locker room and everything like that? I know we're off to a 2-1 start, but you see a bigger difference than last year?
Yeah, it's you can see the difference. You know, it's a more loose focus. You know, kind of what I just finished talking about. You know, Rick's bringing that. You know, because he always lose, but at the same time he intense. You know, so we got that fun, loose focus that everybody loving. You know, and it's just making everybody walk around here smile. It make you want to come to work. You know,
Rex talking about how the way this team stood up to New England. You know, like late in that game, as being a motivating factor for not only last week, but, you know, where you are now. Do you have that feeling in the locker room that the finish of that New England game gave you guys a little more strength, a little more confidence to move forward?
I mean, well, we started something at the end of that game, and that's what we got to accomplish. We got to finish every game like that and start every game like that. And that's one thing we have to do as a team.
We definitely done bounced back, you know, and we got major confidence in here, you know. Even after we took that L to New England, you know, we knew we was gonna be all right, and we just got to keep it going this week. The Giants gonna be tough, you know, we know that, but we're gonna band together and do what we do, and I think it'll be good enough.
When the younger guys have gotten in, like Carlos, like Ronald, and you guys being from that same background, you'll kind of click from the start.
Oh, most definitely. We know what style of play we all have, similar style. Pretty much just play hard, come out here, and that's what we want to give to the team. Everybody just feed off of that energy and go from there.
Bowie, man, talk about Carlos. I mean, you've seen a couple backs in this league, you know, Frank Gore. Talk about how impressive he is, you know, being this young and, you know, having a good start so far.
Oh, man, very impressive. You know, I don't think nobody's seen him doing this well coming out, you know. But, you know, as a teammate, as a guy that's been in there every day grinding with him and trying to help him, you know, I can't be nothing but proud of him, man, and happy for him, you know, because he done went out there and took advantage of his opportunities, and he's seizing the moment, you know. And, you know, right now it's my job to back him up, you know. So we're going to go in this together, and hopefully we can come out with this W.
You guys see great receivers every week, but what does Odell do that really separates him from the pack?
He catches the ball. I mean, if we pay attention to it, if it's around him, he pretty much catches it. He got great hands. He high points the ball very well. He goes up and get it. So he's one of them receivers you got to actually play the ball. Don't try to play his hands or anything like that because he's going to attack it at his highest point.
They're in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. It really opens up their playbook and makes them hard to defend. You know, with their receivers and how Eli knows how to distribute the ball. So we're going to have to be on top of that. Their running game, they know how to move the chains and get into effective down and distance. So we have to be on top of that and do a good job on Sunday.
Just kind of describe what you see there from them.
I mean, obviously they have a tremendous quarterback, Eli Manning, 2-time Super Bowl champion, and then you got the receivers, Odell Beckham, Ruben Randle, and Victor Cruz. And they also got 3 good running backs as well. So we pretty much just got to be on top of our game, pretty much studying our game plan and being able to execute.
Welcome back to Out of Bounds, presented by Ghostline Entertainment. I'm Sal Capaccio here at Danny South Restaurant. Come on down, watch all the games. They got great servers, great food, lots of TVs here. You can watch all the games. We're going to be hanging out here afterwards, watching some Monday Night Football. We do it every Monday night here. AJ's kind enough to bring us a player each and every week, and you can get some pictures, get some autographs from those guys as well. I don't want you to have to talk garbage about Miami. That wouldn't play well, but I got to tell you, not the most hostile of environments. You guys had a lot of fans down there. How cool was that for you?
It was awesome. And the one thing I'll say is it was nothing like Buffalo.
Right.
You know, you got to compare it to the only thing that I've seen other than that. And the Buffalo fans just absolutely blew them out of the water. And
we're going to have another game here next week against the Giants. We'll get to that in a little while because you guys got your hands full with a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback and head coach coming to town. But Preston, let's talk about you and growing up in the Cincinnati area. In high school, were you just a football player? Did you play other sports? And what were they?
I played football, basketball, and I ran track for one meet.
What did you run that meet?
I was a jumper. I high jumped 6'2".
Wow. What?
That was it.
You high jumped 6'2"?
Yeah, I used to.
I bet you the track coach was mad you only did one meet.
Yeah, he kicked me off the team.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate.
Now, were you a linebacker all your life? Did you play the offensive side of the ball?
I grew up playing running back. I mean, that's really all I did was running back, mostly offense. Then high school, my senior year, I played running back and linebacker.
And you were a very good player, obviously, in high school. I read somewhere you're only rated a 3-star recruit. Who cares about that stuff? I mean, it's by the time, if you're going to go to like Notre Dame or Miami, they make you a 5-star automatically. But if you're going to go to Cincinnati or Louisville, well, 3-star, I guess, right? But once you got there, things really took off. You were going to go to Cincy. I know they made a coaching change. You went to Louisville. Just tell me about the relationship you developed with Coach Strong and how you got there.
Well, I initially didn't like Louisville. I mean, I didn't want to go on a visit. Coach Strong made a bet with me because he was still at Florida at the time. and they were playing Cincinnati in the Sugar Bowl. And he said if we beat them in the Sugar Bowl, I had to come on a visit to Louisville. So they blew out Cincinnati, of course. So I went on a visit, and then I just fell in love with the place. I mean, it was a great environment, great coaches. They really took me in and were really father figures in my life.
What did you like to do while you were on campus when you weren't playing football?
Really didn't do much. I mean, me, Devontae Parker, Marcus Smith, some other guys, we would always go to this wing place every Thursday. So that was about it.
What did you do when you were at Stanford? I mean, Palo Alto's a nice town, right?
Yeah.
What did you do away from football?
Mostly it was just, being studious, getting that Stanford education.
Yeah, there you go.
So that took up a lot of time, but other than that, just kind of enjoyed the weather, hung out with my buddies.
What was your major at Louisville?
I majored in education.
Okay, so do you want to be a teacher when you're all done playing football? Maybe coach a little bit? What do you want to do?
Yeah, teacher, coach. I mean, my father's an educator, so that's always what I saw growing up. So.
Was your dad a football coach?
Yeah, he's a football coach.
Did he coach you?
He coached me my senior year.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was that good or bad? I mean,
yeah, it was all right. I mean, he was kind of crazy in front of the other guys to try to make fun of me, but then we were always laughing about it in the car.
Gotcha. Now, when you're out here in Buffalo, this is your second year here, obviously. What do you like to do in Buffalo? What do you like about living in the area?
I really don't do much again. I mean, I'm usually in the house, but sometimes I go to the mall, mostly just walk around. I mean, just to get out sometimes.
Do people know you're Preston Brown when you're walking around?
No, nobody.
They don't, right?
No.
You guys wear helmets. It's tough to tell. I know. Not like a basketball player or anything.
That's why I just walk around and just do that.
What do you like about Buffalo, though? What do you like about the area?
I love the weather.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love being cold. So that's what I love. I mean, I love it being cold all year round.
Now, Carlos was here last week. He said that his girlfriend's already too cold and it's like 70 degrees. Yeah. I said, what are you doing, man? Wait another 2 months. I mean, what's going on here, right?
I don't like the hot. I'd rather be cold.
There you go. All right. So you came here to Buffalo. When did you know the Bills were interested in bringing you here? You were a third-round draft pick. Did they come and scout you and talk to you a lot? Was it at the Combine? When did you know?
I met with them at the Combine, and they flew me out for a visit.
And did they say, hey, we think we like you, we're going to draft? They always say that to everybody. But did they say that to you, and did you really think they were sincere?
They didn't really say that to me at all. No, they weren't really open with that. They just asked me questions and walked me through plays, and that was about it.
Lots of chalk talk?
Yeah, a whole bunch of that.
Did they put you on the board, too? Did anybody? Did you go up there and have to show things?
No, there was no prior contact for me, leading up to the draft and after the draft.
Did other teams do that to you? Kind of pick your brain to see if you're really that smart to go to Stanford?
I think I just kind of assumed. There was a couple times they had me drop my favorite player, whatnot, and kind of direct everybody where everyone's going to go and fit, but nothing too bad.
All right, well, we're going to take one more time out. We're going to come back here, and we're going to talk about the New York Giants game because that's who the Bills have Sunday in Orchard Park, a chance to go 3-1 on the 2015 season.
Out of Bounds is brought to you by Diamond Cutters of Western New York. Buy where the pros buy direct from the Diamond Cutter. Excurus Salon and Spa, the finest in traditional and modern techniques. Savor the experience. Boba Family Chiropractic, 1953 Ridge Road in West Seneca. Feel the healing hands. Stumps Gymnastics Center, 2187 Worley Drive in Williamsville. And by Fixtures on the web at www.etsy.com/shop/fixtures. By Buffalo Battleground Airsoft Arena and Store, providing birthday parties, walk-on play, and gaming 5 days a week. And by Wall Performing Arts Studios. Dance, act, sing, learn from the best.
Hey, thanks for coming by Out of Bounds here. We got one final segment with our player host every week, AJ Tarpley, and our special guest this week, Preston Brown, who had a touchdown, 2 interceptions against the Miami Dolphins. Bills go to 2-1. They have a chance to go 3-1, taking on the New York Giants here in Orchard Park. Before I get to that, I do want to ask you, we're watching some baseball up here. You're a big baseball fan as well, huh? Cincinnati Reds. Where did that love come from?
I grew up playing all type of sports, so you live in the same city as Cricket Jr. I had no choice but to fall in love with baseball. So we got like the worst record in baseball right now, but we'll be all right.
Now, if you were an athlete to play another sport, would it have been baseball or basketball or what?
I'm too short to play basketball, so it would definitely be baseball. I could just be fat and be a DH or a first baseman, so that would have been fun.
What would have been for you?
Maybe golf.
Golf, there you go. Now, are you a hockey player? You grew up in Minnesota.
No, I moved to Minnesota when I was in second grade, and by then, if you haven't played hockey or skated for about 5 years, you're way behind the curve.
Can you skate?
I can, because I mean we had a good minor league team.
Right.
I don't.
Now, what about the Sabres? Now you got one owner here. You got both teams, so you guys have all those, chances to go to games. Do you go to the games? Do you like watching?
I haven't been to a game yet.
We gotta get you to a game. Gotta get Preston to a Sabres game here, everybody. That's what we gotta do. All right. All right. Let's talk about the New York Giants. Two-time Super Bowl champion quarterback, two-time Super Bowl champion head coach, Odell Beckham Jr., who's doing amazing things. Victor Cruz looks like he's going to play. You guys got your hands full against this offense, Preston.
Yeah, I mean, it's an exciting offense. I mean, with those receivers, they can spread you out and just dump the ball all around. I mean, you got to know where Odell Beckham is at all times. So, and they got some good running backs in the backfield. So it's going to be a good task for us, but it should be fun.
Now, AJ, when does the prep start for the opponent versus looking back? Like, it's Monday today. What did you do today? I know the players are off. Are you looking at what you did and did wrong and all that stuff in the previous game, or are you looking ahead already?
Yeah, I'm checking film from the last game, and I think all our coaches, they're on the same page. We go over film tomorrow as a team, all 3 units, offense, defense, special teams, and pretty much once that film's done, we're moved on to the next game.
Now tell me how it works, start Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Just kind of, I think fans don't understand like how the preparation goes in. What do you guys do on Tuesday and then Wednesday, Thursday? Just kind of walk us through the practice or the game plan, how it gets installed.
It's like a build-up. You come in, you have Monday off, right? So it's, you're starting slow, and then Tuesday you come in, you watch the game film, you put that to bed, and then you start installing, what you want to do, the game plan for the upcoming week. That transforms into Wednesday, which is our big, most physical practice, longest practice. Then from there, it kind of tapers off, leading up to the game time to get everybody fresh.
And then looking at the offense, when you're watching game film, Preston, I mean, are you watching mostly for formations and concepts? Are you watching certain players? How do you break down film yourself?
I mean, first you got to start with, I just watch a game, see how they play, see how the flow goes. And then you go with the cut-up, see the tendencies, and then you watch certain players, see how they run their routes, how they run the ball. But, I mean, it just depends on how they are that week. But they played on Thursday, so they get a little extra time to watch us, so we got to be ready.
Absolutely. And I know players, how much does that rest help you guys? Like, you get an extra 2 days. You will have a couple chances later in the year, but you got the Patriots after week 1 off 10 days rest. You get the Giants now off 10 days rest. Then you got to play Tennessee off a bye. Okay, I mean, how much does that help your body?
It helps a lot. I mean, because those couple of days really help you recover. I mean, those guys are those nicks and bruises. They'll be fine for the game. You see, Victor Cruz is back now, so
absolutely,
it's going to be a big challenge for us.
And of course, we hope that you guys are healthy as well. The importance of getting guys like Sammy and John Miller, Booby, the importance of getting everybody healthy back for this game.
Yeah, it's huge. You want to have all your guys ready to go. At the same time, the next man up is the best man up.
Right.
And just like myself, I believe all the guys that aren't starting, they prepare like starters. We want to push the guys ahead of us to be even better. And when they do come out, you don't want to have a drop off. When Preston came out of the game for 3 or 4 plays, I didn't want that to be a drop off. I want to maintain that level. Obviously, it's tough to do, but that's what your goal is.
And I know you play a lot of special teams. You watch a lot of the special teams film then to kind of get some breakdown on them?
Definitely. You take that just as serious as you would offense or defense. You want to know who your guy is, what they like to do, how they like to play, and everything. So you take it very seriously.
All right, real quick before we wrap up here, we have a special present here for Preston Brown. This is from Scott of Flickers, all right? And we want to thank Scott very much. We'll show it to the camera. Check this out, Preston. This is for you. Thank you very much for coming aboard. All right, Preston Brown, AJ Tarpley, thanks for joining us here on Out of Bounds. We'll be back here Monday night here at Danny South Restaurant. Thanks for tuning in.